Hey Google, turn on the video lights. Hey, how are we doing today, guys? Today I wanted to go over all of the different smart home tech that I use in my house and all of the benefits you get from using this smart home tech. So let's go ahead and get into it. So originally I thought that it really wouldn't be worth it to buy smart home tech until I was getting ready to move into a house that I was buying. But as I started adding little smart home things into my apartment, like a Google Home, a Google Chromecast, I started to realize just how more convenient it could make your life regardless of your living situation. Though I will say, if you live in an apartment or a house that you rent, it will be smart to pack up all of the original stuff and just keep it in storage. That way, when you get ready to move, you don't have to replace their stuff. You can just put it back and take your smart home tech with you onto your next house. So first I wanted to get into the smart home things that I own personally, and I'll have all of those linked down below if you want to check them out. So I've got smart lights and smart plugs, and I've also got Chromecast, which I even plug into my smart TVs, because when you connect the Chromecast, it gives you access to more benefits that you don't just get with a regular smart TV. I've got a home hub, which is basically like a home speaker with a screen attached to it that you can physically interact with, use to watch videos, play music, and other things of that nature. And I've also got two Google Home mini speakers. Now, if you can, I would recommend just sticking to one brand just so that those products can work better together. But the Google Home app does do a really good job of integrating these third-party brands and applications. For instance, any third-party tech that you're going to use is going to have its own app for setup. But once you set that app up, you can link it to your Google account. And once you do that, you can give it its own name and set it in its own room, and you won't have to use that original app anymore, except when you're setting up a new device of that same brand. Now, Google's integration doesn't cover all aspects of every piece of technology. For instance, this light behind me is a Monster Smart Light, and while I can control the colors like this, hey Google, change the prism light to purple.
Got it. Changing the prism to purple.
Now I can change things like that, but if I want to do something more intricate, like a specific pattern, I have to go into the app itself and change it to that specific pattern. But I can pretty much do any color with the voice commands and from the Google app itself. But I keep this app just in case I want to do these intricate patterns that you can also do if you press the buttons on the light itself. That being said, the level of compatibility will vary from device to device, and you won't really know what Google is capable of controlling until you integrate it into your Google network. Now let's talk about the benefits that I get from using smart home tech. Now, most of this stuff isn't like something that's super gimmicky or that you only use once. I guarantee once you start setting this stuff up, it's something you're gonna use every single day, and you're gonna question how you ever lived without it. Firstly, number one, I would have to say that you have to get some sort of speaker or something that you can use to interact with your voice, because that's what makes all of this so much more convenient. Because while pressing a button and using these things on your phone or using an app or remote is nice, the convenience of being able to control all of these different things while your hands are full is the best feeling and the best benefit of this. Not only can these smart speakers or smart displays answer any questions or information you may have, like the weather or what time it is or what time zone, or answer math problems, they can also do anything you ask them to do. I could literally go on and on and on about the different things that you could do with this smart home tech, but for me, I feel like the main benefit is in my forgetfulness. I forget a lot of stuff and I lose a lot of stuff from keys, phones, remotes. And this makes it so much easier not only to control those things with my voice, but also find things such as my phone simply by using the Google Home. These things can come in handy if you've got kids or if you're just busy and you forget things. Like say you leave the house and you forgot to turn the lights off, or if you have a smart thermostat and you forget to turn the temperature down, you can do all of that away from the house, or while you're leaving the house, you can just issue a simple voice command and get everything done. Same thing with turning off TVs, changing the channel volume. The possibilities are literally endless. Now let's talk about the cost of some of these things. Now my GE light bulbs, and I have some Mercury smart light bulbs as well. The Mercury smart light bulbs cost me about $5 each, which really isn't bad considering that they're LED light bulbs and they'll last for a long time, and they're dimming light bulbs, so you can dim them or make them as bright as you want by simply issuing a voice command or using the app on your phone. Those cost me about $5. And then I invested in some GE, which are like slightly higher quality light bulbs, and I paid about $16 for a pack of 3 of them. And those work really well as well. I also paid about $25 for each of my home mini speakers and about $70 for my home hub, though prices may vary. Some things have been discontinued and followed up with new products. The prices have pretty much stayed the same. I've also got security cameras, 1080p rotating cameras from a company called Yi that I spent $30 each on, and they rotate, pan, tilt, And they do all of this for an extremely cheap price. And you can invest for like $7 a month, depending on how many cameras you have, for their cloud-based storage, which will save all of the videos that are recorded to the cloud. And you can also put an SD card on if you want it to be saved locally. I just want to say that once you start setting this stuff up in your home, you'll realize how much more time you can save on little things that don't seem like they matter, but actually do so much, especially if you've got a lot going on at home, or you work, or you have kids. But I just realized as I go to other people's houses or even hotels and I realize they don't have this smart home tech, just how convenient and how much more time it saves me from a day-to-day basis. Investing into all of this different smart home tech, I will say, has definitely made my life less stressful at home and much more convenient. Alrighty guys, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. If you have any questions, make sure you comment those. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'll be dropping videos on a weekly basis on everything tech. So make sure you stay plugged in. Take it easy.